Hey again, guys. Welcome back. My life is about to get super busy as I return to teaching, so I figured I'd squeeze in one more mailbag. Let's get started. First one up is this one here, just a tiny little package. Description is electronic 100 times 0805-F times 1. And if it's what I think it is, ordered May 14th, arrived August 26th. For $2.78. Some of these prices are a little bit higher because post-corona, or mid-corona, I guess, it's hard to get stuff to ship to Canada in the first place. But yeah, I'm going to have to zoom you in for this, as I expected with the 0805 written here. Bring you guys right in. So this looks to be about 100 of these 0805 LEDs, and yeah, I'm not sure what color, but I think the last sort of color of SMD LED that I have left to buy is blue. So I'm hoping this is a blue LED. I believe that listing is correct. It is the $2.70 some cents, but it's one of those listings with multiple colors, so it's old enough to have dropped off my purchase history. So I'm not sure if it is blue or not. Only one way to find out is bring in a multimeter, and since we're zoomed in, I've got this tiny little guy here. We're going to do a diode check. And let's see if we can get this to light. And the multimeter here will indicate the forward voltage. It is blue. Can you see that? Or if it's not bright enough? Well, it's lighting, and it's blue. But I'm not getting a forward voltage. Oh well. Guess I'll have to figure that out some other time. But yeah, nothing much to see here. Some 0805 SMD LEDs. I now have red, green, and blue. I have the full RGB gamut. And I just went to make a new storage box and label for these LEDs and realized that my other colored, so red and green here, are 1206. So I guess I'm going to have to go back to eBay and buy some more. Quite unfortunate, but oh well. I have 0805s, so now I can either order 0805 red and green LEDs, or I can order some 1206 blue LEDs. And honestly, knowing me, I'll probably order both, because whichever one I choose to go with, I'll probably need the other kind in some upcoming project. Quite unfortunate, but oh well, there are worse problems. These last ones always go flying. There we go. I really do like these little storage boxes, by the way. I have them kind of all set up by type. So I have all my LEDs together, I have all my resistors together, my capacitors together, and they're all in the same drawer. So when I need SMD components, at least I know where to go looking. There we go. On to the next one. Next one up is this one here. It says JS910B 4mm plug. And that one, May 13th to September 1st, $14. Yeah, this took a long time to get here. In fact, so long that I have more coming from AliExpress. Oh no. Well, this isn't at all what I thought I was getting. I just went and double checked the listing, and yeah, these are not what I ordered. So these are 4mm banana jack binding posts That portion is what I had ordered, but the colors are not. I ordered only red and black, and they got me this mix of colors. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, so I got 40 of these, but I only wanted red and black because they're for an upcoming project. So thankfully I've got that order from AliExpress for only the red and black ones. But yeah, I guess I'll have binding posts coming out the wazoo now. I actually had a ton of these colored posts, but I really wanted the red and black. Without giving away what the project is, this is a 3D printed part I've made, and that's what these guys are for a future project video. Actually, for a future project series. But basically, I designed these stands here. This comes apart like this, and so this inner housing here should fit on inside there. It does not. These are a different size than the ones I already have. Damn. Well, that's not too bad because I can drill this a little bit bigger. I guess it's a failure on 2 points, but I'll put them to use. I'm just a little disappointed because they're not exactly what I wanted. Oh well, those are the risks you take with Chinesium parts now, are there? Yep. Oh well, on to the next one. Next up, following the disappointment of those binding posts, these are actually linked together. There's no descriptions because they were actually shipped to Canada and then from Canada to me. This one here, $9.47, August 11th to the 25th. And then this one here, $11.60, then $7.53, 2 items in here, August 11th to the 25th. And these things are for a upcoming project, one that's a little bit smaller in scope, but very exciting nonetheless. So I'll open this one. Okay. This one here. This is a... God damn. There we go. This is silicone tubing. So the tubing wall is about 2 mils across. I think it's 8 mil inside, 10 mil. 8 mil inside, 10 mil outside diameter. This is about, I'll say, 2 meters. About 6 feet. A little bit more than that, it seems. Can you guess what's in here yet? Probably not. So this was kind of expensive, but I'm kind of hopeful. Okay, does that tell you anything there? What about this next item? Yeah, that should tell you. So this here is a computer heatsink. Oh yeah, nice big fan. It smells very Chinesey. Typically you put on a sticker like this because there's thermal paste, but there isn't in this case. It's just bare metal. It's really interesting what they did here is they have a bunch of fins that they kind of like jammed between 2 blocks and then spread out to make a heatsink. There's not a lot of weight on this thing. So this thing will be sort of moderately performant. There's a bracket. Put that on your CPU. I guess it's for the backside. It's like an Intel bracket. And this is kind of like the AMD bracket that's inside here. What do we have here? Some mounting hardware. Terrible stuff. Thermal compound. Oh, nice. I didn't think it was going to come with thermal compound. So that is that. This here is an aluminum. Ooh, it's in plastic. This is an aluminum water block. So this is basically a pipe that goes around like this, up, down, and then back up, or it could just go down, across. I don't know. It's not going to be super great, but this is aluminum, super light, and this tube should fit. Oh, that's a little loose fit. Might need some zip ties there. So that is for that. So what's this for, you might ask? Well, I made a video not too long ago about these guys, these thermoelectric coolers. And aside from the sticky stuff I have on the back side, this here should fit kind of exactly, yeah, 2 of these for this block. So the point is, I want to build some sort of refrigerator. So the plan is, I'm going to have 1 or 2 of these guys set up like this on this block, and the water will be pumped through this system here, and the point will be to send the heat elsewhere, heat up the water, and then inside of the fridge or freezer will be this thing sitting in there and cooling down the air that's inside. I might even put it halfway on this one, halfway on the other one, with a chunk of aluminum on top, something like that. But that's the point. And this will serve double duty of playing with these thermoelectric coolers, because I also want to have this set up in a semi-permanent way to test high power LEDs. So basically I'll have like a water cooling system specifically for high power LEDs in order to test them, because you can't run a high power LED without a heatsink. So this here should handle the strongest high power LEDs. It should get, at least 100 watts of cooling out of this. And I've got some more parts on the way, but that's the plan for that. Now, this guy here, I sort of regret it. First of all, I knew it was going to be very lightweight, but it was the cheapest kind of CPU cooler that I could find at the time. However, as soon as I ordered this, probably actually the next day, I found this Ryzen cooler. This one here, with my blue tack on top because the tech was stuck to it. So this guy here, I found it on Canadian Craigslist, Kijiji, and it has a smaller heatsink, but there's way more aluminum in this. So I think this would do a better job inside of the freezer than this thing ever would. But I don't know. I'm going to give them a shot either way. I don't have my hopes up too high with this one here. So yeah, interesting CPU cooler. We can even just do testing on this versus this and see which one's best. So yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure you're subscribed, but we still have one more product to go. The final product I have received in the mail is actually from Banggood.com. This is a sponsored item, one of 2. They said they were sending 2 items. One of them came in. They sent it on August 20th. It arrived September 1st. That's the kind of shipping I expect from them. With shipping was $6.50 or something like that. COVID, what are you going to do? This was $32.66. Any guesses as to what this is, though? It definitely has to do with the channel, or else they wouldn't have sent it. Ah, right there. Gave away the description. So this is a tool that I have wanted for a while. One of my biggest videos, or my absolute biggest video I should say, is my drill battery testing, or drill battery explanation, charging a drill battery. But on that video, a lot of people had asked if I could do a test to see how good that battery really was. And I said, sure. And so I've been looking at these. Oh, this is well secured. So I've been looking at these tools for a little bit. And when Banggood offered to send me one, I said, great, that'd be awesome. And here we go. Very well packaged, I have to say. That's actually impressive. They took a lot of care. I don't think I'll be needing this adapter. But yeah, they took a lot of care in the packaging. Yeah. Okay. This is independently powered. Like so. Oh yeah. North American adapter. 12 volt 1 amp. Pretty neat. I do have a 12 volt DC system, which you can't hear because I modified it. So what do we have here? So first of all, big heatsink. It's a big boy. If I bring in the Ryzen heatsink, so this heatsink is for a 65 watt TDP processor. This one, no doubt, is for something like a CPU because it even uses a backplate. Yeah, so this thing has a large heatsink. It's much bigger. And this thing is designed to, you hook up a load onto it, or you hook up a battery onto it, and this is going to be an electronic load. So not sure if it can do constant current, constant voltage. I'll have to read up on this manual before then. But the point is, this here will let me do capacity testing on batteries, which is super cool. So I'm going to do a full review of this thing, and then I'm going to do a video of about this thing just by itself, and a video on that drill battery, if I can actually do it with this, which I think I can. So let's see, that's plugged in. Oops, my plug fell out. There we go. Oh, welcome, springs to life. Okay, volts and amps. This says fine and coarse. This, I'm assuming, is to adjust the load. There we go. Gives you the stats. Well, same thing, but in Chinese. BL on. Sure. Over 150 volts. Sure. Under 0 volts. Over 10 amps. Over 150 watts. Yeah, this is something I'm going to have to read the manual for. I see a bunch of USBs here, like a bunch of them, like the USB A, USB mini B, USB micro, and USB C. I wonder if this will be able to pull a load off of them, like testing power banks and cables. Pay attention to installation of the circuit board to prevent short circuit of the circuit. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, this might actually do load testing of stuff like, there's the independent power supply. Oh, there's another, that's an in port. So you can use a barrel jack in, or screw terminals in, and then these USB ports seem to be in parallel with this barrel jack. So yeah, you can pull a load over USB. This thing is incredible. I would have to know how to work it, but I'm excited. So this is really cool. I was looking for a battery to test this with, but I was like, wait a minute, why don't I just use the USB input? So I've got here a reasonable thick USB mini B lead going to a standard Apple wall charger. And yeah, the Apple fanboys will tell me I'm probably using it wrong, but whatever. So here's the fine adjust, here's the coarse adjust. I have it plugged in. You have to, like, double click is reset for one, triple click is another one, quadruple click is another one, but 7 clicks is to calibrate to this temperature. So it beeped, and I'm guessing now it's calibrated. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this fine adjust knob up till we start seeing a load. Oh, I was like, oh, did I break it? No, I didn't break it. So there we go. We got quarter of an amp, 0.4 of an amp, half an amp, we're at 2.5 watts. Oh, let's go up, see if we go with 3/4. Almost. I can't even get to 3/4, but still 5 volts at 3/4 of an amp. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to try the coarse adjust. That should be a lot more sensitive. There we go, 0.9. 1 amp. 1 amp, 4.9 volts. Keep going up. Oh, it died. So it looks like this charger, 1.1 amps, 1.2, can't do 1.2 amps. So that's pretty freaking cool. I can test my USB power supplies with this electronic load, and it's just dumping the heat into whatever they use here, probably MOSFETs on this end. It's not hot yet. But yeah, we're dumping about 5 watts into here, and this thing here, it says it can go up to 150 watts. So that's pretty awesome. We'll be able to burn off some current and see what the maximum of some things are. Hopefully, I have a video coming up where I extract some 18650s. So hopefully we get to use 18650s to see how much current we can pull off them. But I think this thing will be awesome just on its own to do a nice independent review on it. So there's a link in the description if you want to get your own, but I would wait until the review. I mean, unless you don't want to wait. And so this lovely pile of stuff makes for today's mailbag. I want to thank you guys all for watching, but a special thanks to my Patreon patrons who funded all of these items up till here. And a special little thank you to Banggood.com for sending me this one for review. Hopefully we'll get to do more work together in the future. Thanks for watching, guys.